Alright, so I'm gonna record some commentary on the next videos for my Brutal Doom playthrough. I do have the first video for Knee Deep in the Dead, all as one video. I think I'm gonna record this one map by map. At some point I may go back in time and make the Knee Deep in the Dead playthrough episode by episode and add commentary too. But for the time being, since I already recorded a playthrough without commentary, I'm gonna start on Deimos Anomaly, I believe is what it's called. It's been a while. So I like, you know what? Let's do a pistol start. Last time I did rifle start, but let's do pistol start because in reality, like, we don't really end up using the pistol at all unless we do pistol start. So at least we get to, get a little more weapon variety by forcing ourselves to start with a pistol. And oh, sorry, it was the Shores of Hell. My bad. I think Deimos Anomaly is the first name of the map. Yeah. So the Shores of Hell. Yeah, we're gonna start. We're gonna start here. And yeah, actually, I did actually on Twitter refer to this as the Shores of Hell. For some reason, for a second, I thought, I really should know this better. Like, for some reason, I doubted myself for 1 second and thought maybe Shores of Hell is the third episode, but of course that's Inferno. I really should know this by now. I'm a huge Doom fan, but anyway, I do like black metal as the difficulty setting. It's it's basically like a quote-unquote hardest kind of setting. I'm actually not familiar with these revised realism modes. I know that in older versions of Brutal Doom, these realism modes were kind of like a joke, or at least there was one version in the old Brutal Doom called realism mode, and it was basically like a joke. Basically, like, you moved really slowly. I think your weapons did very little damage. I can't remember if it was very little damage or like what exactly it was, but I just remember that, like, the slow movement was really the main thing that kind of made it kind of like a joke. I don't even think it was particularly hard, if I remember correctly. It was just kind of designed to make the game seem quote-unquote more realistic, which is kind of like a joke, because the reason why you play Doom is to be some kind of, like, bad dude, slaying demons on Mars and stuff, and obviously introducing like too much realism kind of breaks with that immersion in a way, ironically, because ironically, like, you would not actually be you would not have realistic limitations if you were actually slaying demons from hell on Mars in the setting that Doom is. So, like, yeah, anyway. So, I'm gonna select black metal. It's essentially the hardest of the kind of, like, the core Brutal Doom difficulties. And this is actually one reason I like Brutal Doom, is I like the fact that black metal is a very challenging difficulty. I do think it is at least somewhat harder than Ultraviolence in classic Doom, but it doesn't have the nightmare respawning mechanic of the original Nightmare. Now, they do actually have the nightmare mode in here in Brutal Doom. I don't think they used to have this. I remember they used to have, like, full Ultraviolence. They were named a little bit differently, but I like black metal better than Nightmare because it's because like, you take a lot more damage. Enemies are aggressive. Like, it's very challenging. But the respawning just to me lends itself to, like, more of a speed running. It turns your runs into more kind of speed runs, and I tend to like first person shooters a little more from, like, a kind of take cover, kind of like clear a room. Anyway, you'll see. But yeah. So let's get started here. All right, here we are. We got our pistol Yeah, and we're ready to go. And so of course I am using the Brutal Doom mod, and if anybody's interested, I can help walk you through how to download this. Of course, you know, Doom is completely open source, so it's completely fine and legal to be downloading all these mods. It's one of the things that makes Doom great, and still arguably maybe even the greatest PC game out there. Yeah, and like I said, Shores of Hell is actually my favorite episode of the original Doom. And since original Doom is still my favorite, I think, map pack, my favorite, you know, Doom experience overall. I mean, like the core maps and so forth. That basically means Source of Hell, my favorite collection of maps in all of Doom. And you know, most people and I certainly understand that Deep in the Dead has probably objectively the best level design. Here, I'm gonna duck here because I don't want these things to see me. There's enemies over here, and like, I don't want them to get too aggressive just yet. Yeah, you know, that's one thing I like, actually. I like also being able to aim at the head to do more damage. It's obviously not something you can do in the original. You know, as you can see, there's a lot more blood and guts. You know, this game is a bit tongue-in-cheek. You know, it definitely, this is not appropriate for younger viewers. But yeah, but it's really kind of like playing off the fact that the original Doom was very controversial for allegedly being too violent. Obviously, that's nothing compared to what this game is, but you know, at the end of the day, we're not even technically slaying humans. We're slaying like demons. So anyway, yeah. So like, this is basically one of my favorite. I mean, this is basically my favorite episode. And okay, yeah. So I'm actually kind of used to them being kind of startled, and I took a little more damage there than I was actually hoping, because usually they kind of filter in here actually. Yeah, actually I like starting with the pistol. I'm basically never going to touch that again after this. And it's kind of fun to just, you know, to kind of get some experience. Oh my goodness. I might actually... Oh my goodness, I might die here. I don't want to lose this recording. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know, maybe I do need to startle them outside. Well, whatever. Hey, let me know if actually restarting is if you'd prefer like a no death run through. I basically never die in this, but definitely some commentary kind of makes the gameplay a little bit more challenging. Anyway, okay, let's first focus here. Alright. That actually can't hurt you. Let's turn on a flashlight, actually. I forget sometimes with this option available. So actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to toss out a grenade over here. So what that does basically is that startles them ahead of time, and then they start filtering through here, and that probably actually does make this a little more doable. You know, believe it or not, I actually have not ducked to avoid startling them before. So that probably makes it unnecessarily more difficult because you take a ton of damage when you teleport. Anyway, I'm gonna probably take some damage, but you see, since they filtered out here, that actually just makes sure that any didn't filter over here. They definitely don't want any stragglers surprising me. Okay, it looks like somebody teleported through. Right. Okay, so... yeah, you definitely do take a lot of damage, but thankfully you have the health. are more powerful than the E2, but obviously the pistol is the least powerful weapon. Okay. Now, eventually I'm going to get an SMG, so oh my goodness. Cycling through my weapons, got a little caught off guard. Okay, you know, needless to say, this is not necessarily going to be a demonstration of, like, the highest level of skill that I can display, or that anyone can display for that matter. Obviously, Doom. Yeah, let's grab this. And here, this raises up this here. Now, actually, here's one thing that I used to miss. Is, you can go behind, and that's how you get the red key card. So you can unlock a red room later. Otherwise, it's kind of difficult to. Okay. I'm gonna toss a grenade up here, but I'm gonna. Yeah, it's like you can actually take a ton of damage from your own grenades. I'm gonna try to pick off enemies because these things actually can't do a lot of damage. So I do want to just, you know, there may be some stragglers left up there, but I don't think there's any penalty for keeping the flashlight on. So yeah. Let's see what does this do again. Okay. Yeah, so there was some stragglers. Yeah, there's the SMG. That basically makes the pistol useless. Unfortunately, I think reloading caused me to lose a little bit of ammo, but it's good. And actually, the shotgun also more or less. Oh, I think I missed. I forgot. If you don't go in there sometimes, if you don't go in there, then this closes and you can't actually. It's basically just health pickup items. So like we didn't really miss much, but like it just kind of sucks that I'm kind of cut off from the stage from there. But yeah, I don't think it feels like I took damage from that, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so here's the red door that we got the key from. Yeah, and you actually get more accuracy by using iron sights. And actually, you do actually get a faster too. Yeah, because look at the rate of fire. 1, 2, and check this out. 1, 2. So yeah, using the sights actually not only makes you more accurate, but however, it also decreases the spread, which is good for long distance, but actually sometimes the increased spread actually is a little bit better in close distance, so that's the trade-off. Man, I'm definitely taking a lot more damage than I normally do, but you know, growing pains for like less commentary than some armor from killing this thing. Well, almost at the end of the level here. Yeah, so this will lower the stairs here. So what is it exactly? Give me a second. Okay. Now, before we actually go further, let's see here. Okay, now before we exit the stage, actually, there is a secret earlier on. I forget at what point it opens. It's definitely earlier on, and I usually access it earlier on. But I'm just, you know, I guess maybe just getting my bearings here with the commentary. But yeah, okay. So here, I'm gonna toss a grenade, and I'm gonna get the frick out. Oh man, I don't want to die again. I guess I'm gonna get out my SMG here. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, about it, obviously, not everybody. Clear out the any remaining bad guys. Alright, now this is well worth it. This plasma gun is a very, very powerful weapon. Second only to the BFG, basically. And, spoiler alert, when we get to the boss, it's going to be very helpful having this weapon. Well, we definitely took a lot more damage than I am used to taking, you know, in casual playthroughs without commentary. But, hey, you know, in a way, maybe commentary is kind of like an extra difficulty setting. Missing the health pickups here actually also kind of contributes, but, you know. Okay, alright, yeah, and then I think that's about it. Obviously, we missed the secret and we missed health pickups. So we did get 100% kills at least. Deimos Anomaly. That's the name of the first episode, not the name of the, first map, not the name of the first episode, I mean the second episode. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll probably explain more as I go along, but, Shores of Hell is my personal favorite episode in Doom, and, let's just say, you know, without a spoiler alert, it has to do with the end of the episode, if you know what I mean. If anybody's played the Shores of Hell, you know, because a lot of people's experience with Doom basically ends with Knee Deep in the Dead. That was the shareware version, and also not all console ports, I believe, have the last level from this episode, Shores of Hell. Anyway, I'll explain more later on, but yeah, hey, you know, that was actually fairly fun. I think we'll be okay with just 42% health. We'll definitely get past it. Let me know if taking deaths makes the, you know, if you prefer if I just re-record if I take a death, but I think, I was liking the commentary enough that I think I'm gonna keep this, but my first time doing commentary in a video game and not magic-related playthrough. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so tune in next time for more content, and, yeah, actually interesting, I never actually stuck around to do the rest of this, the rest of the end credits music. I didn't know actually that it changed the pitch after the first round. I guess I'm not, like, you know, not as knowledgeable about Doom as I thought. Yeah, so, alright, until next time, let me know what you thought of this, and, just want to get, you know, just felt the need to play some more Doom. It's one of my favorite games, and I've just been feeling the itch to play some non-magic related gaming when I can. Blow off some steam. Definitely there's some, there's a lot of therapeutic benefits to gaming, as long as you do it responsibly, and, you know, yeah, definitely, when you're under a lot of stress, definitely it can be helpful, and, so, yeah, just let me know, and, I'll try to upload these. My plan right now is to try to upload these daily, but I don't know if that's going to keep happening or not, but at least this one, I got one recorded here today, so, alright everybody, take care.